Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Witch Hat, episode 4. Let's go.
数ある魔法の中でも特に重要とされているものがあるんだ。すべてを潤し、命の源を制御できる水の門。岩を砂へ、砂を岩へ。変化と移動を可能とする大地の門。足を運べぬあらゆる知恵の旅の不可能をなくし、進歩を生んだ竜の門。そして人々の剣となり盾となった。
Really cool, like, images for all those.
魔法使いたちは四大基礎魔法と呼んでいるんだ。それじゃ早速やってみようか。
We saw some clips of the English dub. His voice is like, it's like ridiculous. It's like a compilation. It's just like...
炎の門は実体のない現象を適度な大きさとバランス危険だから取り扱いは慎重にね。
気をつけます。ただ300をできたのにどうして今更浮遊魔法？ジャバビューンって飛んだんでしょ？ジャバビューンって。
Not exactly.
あの時にアガットから借りた飛び靴ダメにしちゃったんだから返そうと思って。
That's nice.
あとはそこに魔法陣を書くだけなんだけどがどうしてもヘロヘロしちゃって。
もしかして
Yeah, she needs to use like her
Little rock.
Yeah.
結構相性があるからな。これは僕のお下がりだし、実際に自分で持ってみて選んだ方がいいかもしれないね。
どこ行こう？画材屋さんに。
道具が手に入る魔法の画材屋さん。
It's pretty nice.
マザイ屋さんに行こう。
Ollivanders.
おーい。
Look at that little thing. I like that he's making the brim on the hat. So sweet. The little guy. Imagine if the little guy was actually evil. And that was subtle foreshadowing because he was making the brim of
I was
the
thinking
hat.
that too when you said that. I was just like, oh yeah, the brim.
The brim, like the evil guys that have the brim hats. And we know that guy was lurking around. What if he sent this little guy to spy on her? I would be really upset if this little guy was evil.
Whoa!
This is so crazy. Look at them go.
He's just holding both of them up with his arms.
It clearly works out. That's why he's wearing the compression shirt. Well, look at all the different types of hats. Whoa.
Whoa.
Look at that thing. This is with her. Whoa. Look at those things.
だから魔法使いたちが集まり、未だに橋にかけられていないんだよ。このままココの時間がもったいないので、私先に行きます。あるし。
帰りはマザイ屋さんに集合だよ。アガットとはうまくやれてるかい？
できればもっと仲良くなりたいです。
Whoa.
Look at that, like,
Look
red
how
cabbage.
nice that looks. Whoa.
Who's in the
Is
alleyway?
that the guy?
It looked like him, but I could hardly see anything.
Definitely looked like him, but maybe she's just remembering when she saw him before.
Unicorn.
ここがマザイ屋。星の剣だよ。
いや、魔法使いの弟子が銀葉樹を見て驚くとはな。そんな基本的なことも知らんのか？
そう言わずに、ココはまだ弟子にないんですよ。
おお、ここが例の。
The boy who lived.
The girl who killed her mom.
Yeah.
じゃな、お嬢さん。わしもお前さんのことを知らんかったから、お相手じゃ。
この人はノルノーさん。マザイや星の剣の天使なんだよ。
さよう。は全部わしと孫のタータの作品じゃ。ペンも何でもござれ。まあ僕も好きな濃度で抽出できるぞい。
Conjuring ink.
こうことやら見せてあげるからついてきなされ。
He's making it out of the tree. Stop doing that. Ink.
これが樹血だよ。
時は白銀の木じゃが、
Mm.
黒く染まるわ。そのままだと木にも人にも毒が逃げるな。
It's pretty cool.
湯に溶かした後、
Oh, that's so
Mm.
smart.
魔法の源、魔木の原液になるんじゃ。
Conjuring.
普
Hmm.
通の炭
That's
は
pretty
木
cool.
を燃やした煙から来るものなんだけど、魔木は違う。文字通り、木から血をもらって作るんだ。銀葉樹は魔法使いにとってとても特別な木なんだよ。
その通り。不思議なことに他の木からは取れんのじゃ。
ですね。大事な木。そうそう。古い伝説もあるんだよ。
遠い昔、銀葉樹が魔法使いに恋をしたという言い伝えもあるんじゃぞ。血をまぼく枝を杖として幸が来て、杖を買いに来たのか。はい。
Seems like a very sinister story.
Mm.
では、試し書き用に。
Have any that are just like
こ
a.
れをあげよう。
A little rock.
Mhm.
ぴったりの杖がきっと見つかるはずじゃって。
どういうのがいいかな。テティアは軽めのが好きだな。どれがいいのかな。
I don't know if she actually
God.
is seeing something.
I think she
or...
might be because we saw them running away.
Mhm.
Gonna run into Agott too.
何？どうしたの？あなたも来て。ちょっと。なんなの？
That little thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Is he trying? I feel like he's must be
Probably.
trying to lure her
But
somewhere.
why? He just wants her to get better at magic. What is this fucking Scooby-Doo
Yeah.
setup here?
Literal Scooby-Doo moment. Uh-oh. Oh.
What?
No! Better not get lost. He better come. We better get him.
見してるのここ。
What the hell happened?
つもりよ。どこって疑似魔法の絵本を売った人。魔法使いが。
Whoa.
まったく人騒がせな。よかった。ね、お店戻る？
Let's go get the little guy.
路地裏一本入っただけなのに街変わりすぎ。
They get like transported.
Yeah, they got isekai'd.
Oh, that's why he couldn't come in. They got like teleported away. That's why he
Mhm,
lost them.
mhm.
Whoa.
I don't know about this.
壁も床もカルンにはない白い石だもん。
Uh-oh.
つまりここはカルンじゃない。そんなわけないよ。扉窓とか通ってないし、直接転移したわけでもなし。私ちょっと空から見てくるから。テティアの言うことも一理あるかも。 知らない間に体を直接転移させられたってこと。でもそういう魔法
Yeah, but these guys, that's exactly the point.
禁止魔法。
Mhm.
やばいやばいやばいやばい、カルンじゃないの。早く逃げないと。ちょっとどうしたの？テティア、落ち着きなさい。
Luckily, she got that vial of ink before they left.
Yeah. Whoa.
他の子に用は
It was the feathers that I saw, not hair. Is this person trying to put them like through trials so that? Oh my god!
Well, I love the color of it. Yeah, it's like trying to make her do something.
Yeah.
私たちの
Our hope. What the fuck?
ロ
Yikes.
ルノアさん、僕の弟子たち見てませんか？
飽きて散歩でも行ったかの。
飽きませんよ。この店以上に楽しいことは他にない。あります。
いやせやん、照れるわ。
あなたにお礼も言わずいなくなるような子たちじゃないんです。どこに？
俺見てたけど、なんかこの魔法使いを追いかけていったぜ。確か目玉みたいな仮面も。
What if he's just wearing that mask? A fucking taunt to qifrey because he lost his eye.
That would be pretty.
Because they're both one-eyed
目をそらしちゃダメよ。
witches.
ゆっくり少し下がって
Whoa.
合図するから全力で走るのよ。
Try and put them in position to like fight against it with and have to use forbidden magic. That was not. I feel like that was not far enough.
Yeah, apparently it was.
Whoa.
Oh, she's quick.
Damn.
She's really
On
quick.
the little. I wonder if that, or I wonder if she already had that like prepared and she could flip to it and somehow like just finish it off or something. Mmm.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just the last little.
Mm-hmm.
It's really smart.
Good thing you can fly.
Well, those two can't fly.
You could maybe pick them up.
死にたくない。世界に何の魔法も残ってないのに。どうしてこんなことに。しっかりして。私たちは魔法使いの弟子よ。魔法で何とかするの。私が壁崩しの魔法で抜け穴を作るから、リチェとテティアは時間を稼いで。
She just feels
Guilty.
useless.
目が私のせいだって言ってるのが分かった。でもその通りだ。
Oh. Create a distraction. That's really smart.
Mm-hmm.
あれで少しだけ時間が稼げそう。テティア。
Very nice.
ティア、すごい。
Oh, is that the teleportation? Whoa.
あれはねえ、アガット。
Messed up her thing.
ごめん、私。何考えてるのよ。あれなんて。ごめん、わざとじゃないよ。わざとじゃない。そうでしょうね。母親を石に変えたのも、私たちを危機に巻き込んだのもって言うんでしょ。全部あなたのせいよ。ここ、僕もその自覚があるなら、もう何もしないことね。どうする？書き直す時間はないわ。戻って別の道を探すしか。大丈夫。
Whoa.
Oh, instead of one big one, just a bunch
A
of little
bunch of
small
little
ones.
That's good.
お手柄よ、リチェ。急いでここから離れましょう。この場所からって意味よ。別にどっちの意味にとってもらってもいいけど。テティア。
You should still tell them about that glyph that you saw.
Can he tell that they've been like taken away?
あの子たちはおったか。
いえ、少なくとも建物の外には予想外でした。こうから直接接触してくるなんて。
ゴッツは
まさかこんなところにおる。
Yeah, it's extremely bold.
奴らは古の時代の帽子や仮面で顔を隠し、禁止魔法を使う。
Wow, they look so cool.
Mm-hmm.
個々の存在が手がかりになると思って。
They all look really cool.
I know they look way cooler.
覚えてないか。何でもいいんだ。
ごめんなさい。あんまり覚えてないや。
The little guy.
ココの連れてきた筆虫だね。あの子たちと一緒だったのかい。どこへ。
How did you think he was a traitor?
I love that thing.
そろそろ日が暮れる。どうかみんな無事でいてくれ。
Oh, that's a whole episode. It feels like that was only half the episode. That thing is so cute.
Brush buddy.
Little brush buddy. He's so good. He sounds so cute. Sounds like Pikachu a little bit. Very cute.
The brimmed
The
hats look so
they
cool.
look so cool. Like they're dripped out. Like I would join them just so I could get a cooler hat. All the other hats are like they're all right. Like the normal hats they're like fine, but they're kind of lame, kind of like modern and sleek. These ones look like so sick. There's so much style and personality. Damn.
Like this one's got the little spiral. This one's got these horns. This one's like bound with another thing. This one's got like a fire thing.
That one's like a
This one's got like leopard print.
and like the front is like so cool.
And their outfits as well. Like
Yeah,
this
they're,
one's got
like,
all like bound in
style.
silks and everything, and then it looks like their face is wrapped. This one's like a vampire hunter, like Van Helsing looking fucking thing, and yeah, it's so sick.
They
And
look
then obviously like the weird like fur mantle
feathers,
or
yeah.
feathers maybe.
Looks really cool. So sick. Yeah, I can't believe that guy just came here and like abducted them.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they're just going for Coco, but I feel like for that organization it would be even better if they could like get some other young witches to like have to like turn to that side too, or like, you know what I mean? Like if they're trying to put her in a situation where the potential answer would be to have to use some forbidden magic.
Yeah.
Because it's like that, like it's like kind of like what I was talking about last time. It's just like, okay, like if there's like no pressure and no stakes, it's really easy to not use forbidden magic. But if your life or your loved one's life is in danger, how easy is it going to be to not, like, oh,
To break the rules.
you know, oh, I shouldn't draw this on my actual skin of my feet because that's really bad. Okay, well, if I can either do that or, you know, the people that I care about will die or I will die, then it becomes a lot more difficult. So I imagine that that's kind of what these guys are doing. And or there's something with that, like, sigil that's up on the wall that, like, has something to do with it as well. Or there's gonna be, like, something else here.
I wonder what this place even is. Is it like a domain, or is it an abandoned witch city, or is it
Yeah,
like
it's
an
like
ancient city? It's like so clean it couldn't be made with human hands.
Yeah.
You know, like, or without magic maybe, but like
but like there's
how
no
the fuck?
like
And
we
like
talked
what are these like spires that are like these like crystal
Yeah.
things, but they're not crystal?
It's very different than the like school that we saw last time with all the witches. That was very like a classic castle, and it was so ornate and everything's warm and cozy and like has a style to it. And then this is just very like clean and refined
It
and
looks like it was
polished. And
all
it's like
carved from one
what-
slab of
yeah.
marble.
But like it's just very like yeah, like
It kind of reminds me of Torah.
but I always imagined Torah to be more like ornate or like a little bit less just like blocky and like
I always pictured it to be blocky because it is carved out of like one thing.
I guess so. I guess it was because it was out in the open and there was like a lot of
Yeah.
sunlight and it was very like beautiful.
We're talking
whereas
about Del
this-
Torah, by the way.
Yeah, an elite book series, and there's also an anime. Although I it's kind of spoilery in the first 1 second, so I
Yeah,
wouldn't
don't watch the
recommend it.
anime until you've read the first series at the very least.
I love this tree.
The silver tree.
That's cool.
So there's a tree that fell in love with a witch and then gave her his blood or its blood and then it got cut off. But it's like there's these trees, they're called silver trees. We call them silver trees. But they're normally black until we bleed them dry and then they become silver.
No, it said that when it dies it becomes black. And so they cut it off and drain it because it's bad for the tree when it's black. That's what they said.
Right, but isn't it... Okay, well, all right. I think I was jumping too far ahead. Isn't it convenient that we as witches need the blood of this tree, so then we say, oh, it's bad for the fucking tree to have blood in it. We should probably take the super valuable and precious blood out, and then it'll be healthy. You know? Maybe there's something to do with that. Like, it's why would it be bad if it's like the blood of the tree? Why would it be bad for it?
Well, I guess in the story, okay.
It did, like, not even out of the story. They described. They were like, it's kind of like the blood of the tree. See, what is Silverwood tree? Where is it? And there's that boy as well. Trouble. Branches are silvery white when they're healthy, but turn black when they die. Okay. It's toxic in that say both to the tree and to humans. Once we dissolve it in water, then strain out the excess. Conjuration. Okay. Regular ink is made from the soot. It's this conjuring ink is made for the cruor, the literal blood of the tree. So why would it? The blood of the own tree is toxic to the tree.
I get maybe it's just like when the kind of like a chemical change that occurs, like if the limb is dying, then the sap that's in there like festers and goes like rotten.
Let's see what I've never heard the word cruor. Is that a real thing with trees? Clotted congealed blood or gore, specifically blood spilled from a wound. Implies a thick coagulated blood rather than the blood flowing through the veins. Is frequently used to describe bloodshed in poetry, literature, and in fantasy contexts. Oh, it's the root for gore.
Interesting. Interesting. And then so yeah,
it's like they're like leeching it. It's like it's like there's bad circulation in the tree, I guess.
It gets all like caught up in like the more sap can't pass through because it's like thick and like tar. So they cut it out and extract it.
Interesting.
Silverwood tree fell in love with a witch.
Offers its blood to be ink and its branches to be wands. Very odd story. I wish Coco would lock in for once in her fucking life.
Yeah, it is an interesting story. It kind of reminds me of, if anyone's ever read the Septimus Heat books. And I think in that, the dad, his father, there's like different types of witches, or I think it's all just wizards in that. And they can, no, there's witches too. They can like turn into stuff. It's like you can turn into a bird or a tree, or like that's like a type of magic. But people who do that, just eventually they just turn into whatever form. So I'm pretty sure it was his dad that just like went into the forest and turned into a tree, and he will never turn back, and he's just a tree forever. So then when he walks in the forest, he's like likes to look at all the trees and imagine like if one of them's him or something. Because, and then there's like another one where I think it was the aunt's like husband had turned into a I can't remember what it was, but a similar bird like an albatross that like spends all its life out at sea. So then she'll never see him again because they don't come to land. It's like a really, like a type of magic that you do it so much and then it just like takes over you one day. It's really crazy.
But what?
I was saying it kind of I'm wondering if there's something like similar in this world. Like, was it a tree or was it a witch that like turned into a tree, in a similar way to that. I was saying I was wondering, because it's just kind of an interesting story, and maybe it's just like a tale of like to show how important these trees are, that they're like people in the way that like how valuable and important they are. Yeah, but it's kind of interesting.
I mean, we saw the story opened up with magic that turned a woman into crystal, right? So maybe this is a ancient form of magic from the war that turned people into trees. And because it immediately, when you're talking about a white tree that bleeds, I think of a weirwood tree from Game of Thrones, you know? And there's like, it's implied heavily that like the weirwoods are, you know, people, whether it's the souls of many people trapped within. Like in the first couple chapters, fucking Ned Stark cuts off a guy's head with his ancient sword named Ice. And then it's like part of a ritual that whenever you execute someone or whenever you kill somebody in the north, or as as Lord of Winterfell, you like take your sword back to the weirwood, and it's like there's these pools around it. So for those who haven't even know, you know what I'm talking about. It's a white tree. It's a big white tree with red leaves, and they have faces carved into it that like cry tears of blood. That's like the red sap of the tree. And basically you kill somebody, and then he takes his sword, and then there's like a pond surrounding the tree, and he is like wiping the blood off it and washing the sword and cleaning the sword, and then he sees the roots like suck up the blood of the sword. So, and there's so it's basically like blood sacrifice and all this type of shit. And obviously, if you read deeper in the story, if you know anything more about the story, there's like a telepathic network that connects all these trees, relating to like ancient elf creatures, the children of the forest and stuff like that. There's like a million theories made about all this other stuff. But basically, you show me a bloody white tree that, you know, is magic, and it's like super important to the magic of these people, and it immediately makes me think of that. And then and now there's a story of a woman falling in love with a tree. Well, maybe they fell in love and then they became a tree. You know, like there, we see the picture here, and it's showing us like the legend version, which is the woman is in love with just a tree. Yeah. But if the trees were people, and then they became trees, and then they were used in order to, you know, help the people around them. You know, because we already like I said, the story opens up with a woman being turned into an inanimate object, or like turned to stone, basically. So if somebody could be turned to stone, why couldn't they be like transfigured into a tree? And we know that obviously magic is forbidden if you use it on like on your body, and we know that there was an ancient war. So maybe the brim hat people like know that, you know, magic, although like forbidden magic is bad for people and bad things happen, magic in general, like everybody is basically profiting off of the sacrifices of those who came before, of people who maybe were transfigured or transmuted into a tree. And now it's like, okay, well, everyone, you can't use magic on people, on the human body. That's forbidden, no matter what it is. Even if you're healing people, that's totally not okay. But then the brim hats might be like, well, okay, if that's forbidden, then why are you also taking the blood of the previous witches, or previous people who were turned into trees? Maybe they weren't even witches. Maybe it's literally just people that they sacrificed because they needed just anybody. It doesn't need to be a magic person, because the magic comes from the circles and the ink. It doesn't come from, like, you know, the witches themselves aren't magic people. They just are skilled.
Well, I was gonna...
So maybe it's like the brim hats are like, well, you guys are being super hypocritical because you're not allowed to use forbidden magic on the bodies of people, yet everyone is able to use any kind of magic because people got turned into trees.
Well, like you were saying, of like, oh, it's not magical people, they're using magical stuff. Well, all of the magical stuff comes from these trees. So what if there were magical people that then were turned into these trees, and that's why these trees are magical, and you have to use the ink from these trees because that's where the magic comes from, because it was like a magical being. And also the interesting thing is it says that the tree fell in love with the witch. It doesn't say the witch fell in love with the tree. It says the tree fell in love with the witch. And
so maybe they like sacrificed themselves to like, maybe it's like a elf race, old elf race who was really magical, and maybe they created people, or like not created people, but maybe there's an ancient civilization of them that was super magical and advanced, but almost in a Scientology way, like, you know, was like the shepherds of humans, and maybe they had their own problems, and we're like, you know what, rather than, you know, continue to fuck up the world, we're gonna sacrifice ourselves, turn ourselves into these trees, teach you our ways, and then you can be magic. And maybe the brim hats are like, this is fucked up, we need to free the people from these trees, we need to turn them back, we need to learn more secrets, we need to understand more about the world, so we need to undo all of these people. Maybe they willingly turned themselves into trees, maybe some of them willingly turned themselves into trees and other people didn't. I don't know. But the fact, you're right, the fact that a Silverwood tree fell in love with a witch
and like gave her these things, it's like
qifrey and coco.
Well, it's like a god or like a higher being bestowing like it's like an ancient Greek god like bestowing a mortal with like a divine gift of some kind.
Yeah, a boon of some sort.
It's very interesting, and what will be really interesting, this tree looks like huge and old and like massive, like this one in the shop. And what will be the telltale is like, are there a limited number of these trees? Like, are there a lot of these trees? Can you propagate these trees and grow them? Or are there only the ones that have just like always been there and they're like a guarded and valuable resource? Like, that's what I want to know. And because if there could be new ones, or if you could like cut a piece off and grow it, then that would kind of be like, okay, they might just be a weird magic tree. But if it's like, oh, there's only these like 10 trees are in the world and there's no more of them and you can't replicate them, then that will be, I think, a telling fact one way or another. And like, yeah, do they flower or do they have seeds, or like, you know, do they do that like a normal tree? I don't know.
Neither do I.
It's really cool though. I wish it sucks to, I wish that we could binge this show. I feel like this show would be so good to be binging, because it's just so like cool, and there's just a lot going on.
The tree, like the fact that qifrey has the silver hair is kind of like, what if he has like some crazy fucking elf blood or something like that? That's why he's so pretty and has the silver hair, you know? Because I think, you know, we're thinking about, you know, a really powerful creature, you know, like a godly figure, a really magical being bestowing the ability to create magic unto a woman or a child or something. And, you know, that's like qifrey and coco, or that's like the fucking brimmed hat guy and coco. You know, she like wanders in, and then there's this guy, he's like, hey, here's magic. How about that? It's like the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
And obviously qifrey's not in love with coco, but like he cares about her deeply. So, and you know, or at least he seems to, maybe. He has a fondness for her as a student. But and he has silver hair, and we don't know what's underneath the fucking hat of the other guy. I don't know. It's just like the fact that it's a silver tree and the main teacher has silver hair. It doesn't seem disconnected aesthetically, at the very least. I don't know. But whatever. Yeah, I think we just gotta watch more to see what's going on.
I can't believe that guy was just like actually there. It's crazy. I really like this show.
It's very good. Leave a like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.